Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another trade journal entry of our 100-day trading assessment challenge. Today's going to be, Friday, August 22nd, 2025, Friday, 8:15 a.m. Today's going to be a quick entry here. It is Friday after all, and I don't know how many times I'm going to have to keep mentioning this, but since this is going to be an outdated video, I don't know how many people are going to remember any of the events that happened within this time frame. But today, on a Friday for August 22nd, we did have Jerome Powell get on the stand and do his little speech. Now, I don't, as a beginner trader and someone that's still learning, I didn't really know who Jerome Powell was. I heard a lot about him through TikToks and whatnot, especially from yesterday till earlier pre-market today via TikToks. And if you haven't seen a recurring habit, I really do get most of my insights from TikTok at this point, whether it's about news and whatnot, about other things. But again, I don't really watch TikTok to see like people's strategy and what works for them. I really just pay attention to more TikToks like the ones I just mentioned. So let's get into it. I didn't know who Powell was until pre-market today, until I did a little bit of research, asked ChatGPT one question and realized this man is not only, just very important, like not VIP, but also VIP and MVP. Sorry, but yeah, I searched up some TikToks of this man and all he said was good morning, and apparently stocks just dumped. But a man with that much power, damn. But anyway, let's get into it and get our trade journal entry in before this is a longer, entry than usual, or more than it needs to be. Anyway, today's trade journal entry is going to be August 22nd, 2025. It's going to be New York session. This is going to be the 15th trade out of 100, and it's going to be 85 remaining. Result, I spectated. Yes. Despite what everyone says when I watch these TikToks of news updates and discussions of news topics, especially high impacting news, despite everybody saying, oh, I'm going to full port this, I'm going to full port that, oh, we're definitely this, we're definitely that, oh, we're liquidity sweeping this and that. Have fun with your gamble. Yes, that's the truth. And that's not the truth. Essentially, that's my opinion, at least. As someone that's beginning day trading and trying to still learn it and all that knick-knack, seeing how powerful this man is, and fair enough, he's the head chairman, to say you're going to full port just because it's going to go up or down, you're gambling. I watched price action as he was speaking, and a lot of people got faked out today. It dumped and then it went back up. So I don't even know if I have to read all of this to you guys. It wouldn't make sense to read you my bias setup entry and all that stuff if I didn't have one, but either way, let's do it. So today's result, again, I spectated, so no entry, no loss, no nothing. I decided to spectate after, pre-market digging on this guy and realizing how powerful he was. It made me honestly realize that price could go anywhere, not only during pre-market, but also after. I wasn't going to risk my, my current P&L of the week just for some high impact news day, especially out of the year, I'm guessing. I mean, it must be out of the year because, I mean, he only speaks on that podium every now and then, I guess. Again, I don't know this guy, so, or I don't know about him, but yeah, I just sat out because, I mean, could be dangerous. I didn't want to risk it, and I just wanted to stay disciplined. I mean, I'm up on the week, man. This is the biggest P&L I've had over the past 2 weeks. So for third week having a $500 something P&L, I mean, take it or leave it. But anyway, today's bias was Powell's speech day. High time frame confluences stacked in every direction. I'll show you guys that in a bit. And my charts look crazy, I will admit. Okay, watching other videos and looking at screenshots I have, or I don't even have to look at any of that, dude. While I'm trading, I know my charts look crazy to any other person. Okay, I know there's a lot of people out there, especially very profitable traders or even live profitable traders, that don't even use as much, you know, markers and indicators that I do. I mean, I only use 2 indicators, but the amount of things I mark is insane, and the indicators mark a lot of stuff too. So I know it looks crazy, but to me it works. I know what I'm looking at, and I'm not just completely confused at like, what is this line? Oh yeah, no, actually, is it? No, I know what I'm looking at, so it works. And I know my charts usually look really crazy and kind of unorthodox, maybe really unorganized and just kind of everywhere, but I always, you know, since I started this, it's been getting crazier and crazier, and you'll notice that, especially from day one till now. But I've always been able to, you know, recognize what I'm looking at and establish, you know, some sort of foundation with the strategy, basically setting up my bias. But doing my step 1 process of, you know, my strategy where I do all the high time frame key levels and whatnot, all that stuff, it's like usually it's not that many things. Today was, no, you're gonna see my chart and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I was so overwhelmed by my own chart today that I just completely, even after digging during pre-market about Powell and who he is and how powerful he is and how much he really matters when he speaks and his positioning, with the charts and all the confluences in the beginning, I just chose not to trade. I was like, you know what, nah, dude, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna spectate and see how things go, how, you know, price action reacts to him talking and afterwards and all that stuff. So 4-hour bullish order block plus bullish fair value gap and a 1-hour bearish order block and a bearish fair value gap and a 5-minute layered bullish fair value gap, all stacked on top of current price action during pre-market. Market screaming liquidity sweeps and fake outs, no clear directional bias, setup none. Recognized the lack of clean structure and stood aside. Entry, sorry. Extra tired today, man. Entry, none. Spectated price action through Powell's speech, marked hypothetical confluence but did not engage. What I did well. Why does it look like this? Hold on. Let me just make this look better, because I know I'll be putting it in my description and I don't want you guys to be like, what the hell? So anyway, what I did well, I avoided fear of missing out. Now, this is real. I'm not saying it was never not until now, but I think this was like my first genuine time of getting FOMO for some reason. Everybody was talking about, oh, I'm full porting this. Are you guys ready for that? And all this and stuff. But yesterday, TGR had his live recap, and it could be either both or maybe just his, you know, his win from yesterday. But he won a trade yesterday for 150K, you know, basically 6 figures. He was down pretty much the past 2 days he was trading until yesterday being his 3rd day. And near the end of his recap video, he made a statement saying, I'm definitely not trading tomorrow. I didn't know why at the time. I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't either if I won that much money. You know, I'm up for the whole year. I'm up for the whole year, man. I don't got to trade at all. But now now, like during pre-market, after I realized, it kind of made me guess, like, was it not only the, monthly P&L for TGR, or was it also because of Powell's speech incoming, or was it both, or was it just the P&L and he didn't care, like he could handle Powell and whatnot. So despite hearing everybody saying they're full porting this and everybody's engaging in on it, I remembered about TGR saying that, and if my mentor's sitting out, I'm gonna sit out too, no matter what the controversies are about him. Oh, he's not even a trader anymore, or this and that. I don't care. If he's still profitable, he still makes money off of trading, just not, in a consecutive, consistent way like starters do or whatever. I mean, dude, he made 150K. That's somebody's 2-year salary, 3-year salary. Even if you make 50K a year, that's 3 years of someone's salary just into one day. So cry. But after realizing that just even reassured me more. I had 3 reasons on why to sit out today, and I chose to. And the fourth being, I'm still new and I'm still trying to, learn and also be disciplined and not be tempted to doing things everybody else is doing. Basically not letting the social media platforms and the community of trading influence me. Anyway, what I did well: avoided FOMO despite market hype and full porting chatter on TikTok. Trusted discipline over impulse. Sat out one of the riskiest trading days. Treated session as live practice. I logged confluences, watched how price action react to Powell's comments. Protected weekly gains and overall challenge consistency. What I will improve. I don't really know what to put here. I didn't really do anything wrong today. I guess I literally have this blank. I don't know what to put here. I guess I can say where I'll continue refining my ability to recognize days where if confluence is overloaded, I'll do no trade conditions. I think that's reasonable for improvision today. I'm not going to leave it just blank. So yeah. Notes: Powell hinted at possible September easing, rate cuts. Market ripped bullish on release, captured live reaction on charts, consolidation, stall, spike. I keep yawning. Observed how algos swept liquidity and respected or disrespected stacked levels afterward. Today was a win in discipline and experience, preserved capital, logged observations, and ended week green without risking the account. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you my chart. I don't have much to show you besides, what I did for step 1, which is marking out high time frame confluences that will lead me to step 2, 3, 4, 5, and then execution. So I'm just going to be showing you the chart real quick to make this a short video and nothing more. Here we go. This is what I was looking at. And of course, it's going to lag for a bit because I have so much on here. How much do I have? I have 40 marks on here. Yep, this is what you're looking at. All these blocks right here you see are multiple different confluences. You got order blocks in here. You got bearish fair value gaps. I mean, oh my God, dude. There's so much you're looking at right now. For you guys, it's going to be really confusing. But for me, I see everything. You might think like all these red and yellow lines are like highs and lows of sessions, but they're not. I've turned the opacity down for square boxes for this specific reason, so I could tell them all apart. So the brighter lines are more like highs and lows for sessions, obviously, and liquidity lines. And the boxes, you can see that like the opacity is at 50%. So yellow lines, again, are for hour, red lines are 1 hour, and you can just tell like we're in a bearish fair value gap. My bearish candlesticks are black. And as always, my bullish candlesticks or bullish fair value gaps will always be blue. So black, bearish, blue, bullish. In here is a bearish order block here. You can see it's like tinted really blue, like a dark blue, not this type of blue for a fair value gap. We're inside of a 4-hour bullish fair value gap. Price action was also inside of a bearish order block zone, while also in a 1 hour, sorry, that was a 1 hour bearish order block, and then also in a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. As you can see, multiple stacked fair value gap and inverse fair value gaps. They're all bullish here. Price action was also in a recent bullish order block zone, right? I mean, we are just stacked and stacked on confluences, dude. Just absolutely stacked. So, dude, it's just crazy today. But I'm going to remove all this to save you guys the hassle of hurting your heads. This is just, yeah. So price has been like this for a while now. It hasn't been really doing much. I did really consider of if I should take a trade or not. I almost took a trade here because of all, I was like, oh, well, we broke structure to the upside. We have 2 fair value gaps. We're about to break structure again, and then it broke structure, kind of, it has to form a candle to consider as a full break of structure. But I really was going to start taking trades here. I was like, I could start trading here, get some P&L, but I waited. I was like, let's just wait, see what happens, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm glad I controlled myself. So charts are absolutely cooked, even after Powell's speech. Glad I sat out. And for anybody that decided to technically gamble today, well, I'm going to full port this. I really hope you get better at trading. I wish you the best of luck. And for anybody that's going to start trading afterwards, after all the news and all the chop has finally settled and, indecision is there, and we can finally start, marking out confluences and forming a strategy for setups and, getting our bias, then good job on sitting out and waiting it out and committing. I'm not saying you have to do what I did to be considered, whatever, profitable, whatever. I'm not even profitable. I'm doing an assessment, dude. But it's all about discipline today and, basically psychology. And I think I win. That's basically a win. So I didn't calculate this week's total. What was the start? I think it was 18. Did I trade on? Yeah, I did trade on Monday. Okay, let me get my phone out and do a quick calculator run. I'm gonna pause it so you guys don't have to run through all this with me. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, we're back. I don't know if the pausing works where it like just cuts back. So anyway, so Monday we didn't take no trade. Tuesday we did 148 and 50 cents, and then Wednesday, our best day so far was $543. And then yesterday was, I hate talking about yesterday, but I'm gonna still count it as a win either way, $58. So in total, we're up $749.05 for the week. If you don't really agree with, yesterday, because you're a dickhead and you don't want to be reasonable and understanding, then total P&L for you guys, the people that care that much, is 691.5. I'm not even going to say the number because I don't care that much. But for me, it's going to be as simple as $749.05. So you can kiss my ass. TP should have hit yesterday. I'm not even talking about it. I'm going to start getting upset again. But total P&L for this week is $749.05. Could round up, but that's not how it works. And let's see how many trades. Ooh, I almost clicked that, but that would have been dangerous right there. Okay, we did 3 trades on Tuesday. We did 1 trade on Wednesday. That's fair. 2 contracts. And then we did 1 trade yesterday. So that's 5 trades for the week and $749.05 total P&L. Thanks for watching, guys. It's about to be 20 minutes. Hold on. And 3, 2, 1.